Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another video for you. This video is going to be quite a long video. It's a video that I have been kind of putting off making because I knew it was going to be a really long video. So go grab something to drink, a snack, or you know, I mean, you can always pause the video as well to go do those things. But this is going to be my complete coloring book collection video. I will also show you the pages in the books that I have completed, and they are in no particular order. This will be my third attempt at recording this video. I tried earlier today, which is Saturday, and my kids were not cooperative whatsoever. And before we get started, I do want to also say that this is an adult-only coloring channel. These videos and this video is not in any way intended for or geared towards children. Again, these books are in no particular order, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This one here is not a coloring book, but it is something that you do work in and kind of create. It is a paint by sticker book. I've seen these just browsing on Amazon, and I wanted to try them. And this one is the Music Icons version, and it does have a Michael Jackson and Prince in here, which is specifically why I got this one. So here is the Prince one. And that is the Michael one. All right, this next big one is the Book of Beasts, Color and Discover. Now, most, if not all of my books do have flip-throughs, so I'm not going to flip through every book. This video is going to be long enough as it is. I may do, oh, my throat hurts. I may do just a little small flip-through here and there of some of them. But not, like I said, not extensive. If you would like a flip through of any of these books that you may not have seen, or they don't have very many on YouTube, I'd be happy to do that. Just go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get to those as soon as I can. These next two books are by the same illustrator, and that is Jane F. Hankins. This one is Friends from My Imaginary World. This is really nice paper. These pages are perforated, so once they're finished, if you wanted to hang them or frame them or anything like that, you could. She has really cute stuff, and a majority of these books that you will see today I have not colored in. So shameful, so shameful. It's funny because every time I get a new book, my husband always says, you're getting more books than you have, so many books that you haven't colored in already. I know. But I want to make sure I have them, that way when I'm ready to color, I have them. All right, and the next one by Jane F. Hankins is The Imaginary Underwater World. These ones I did get on Amazon. They are about $20 a piece before shipping and everything. And I do believe even with Prime, you do pay for shipping on these, but it's not super expensive. I think it's like $4 or $5. Okay, the next one is Dragonology. There is a flip through for this book on my channel if you would like to see a complete flip through of that. This is a fairly recent purchase. And I have this one. This is Believe, Artist Coloring Book by Zoe Ingram. 31 stress relieving designs. Some of these have flowers, some of these have animals, mandalas. There are ones that have words in the middle. Then I have Fairy Tales by Emily Luderhall Oberg. This is the only book of hers that I have because unfortunately I did miss out last December, I think it was, when Sagar Ox Sagner was actually available on Amazon. And I was gonna get it, and then somebody else was supposed to buy it for me as a Christmas gift and never did. And by the time I went to purchase it myself, it was gone again. So I check every once in a while to see if they have it, but it's never available. Okay, and then I have Beauty of Horror 3. This is the only Beauty of Horror book that I have. I love horror movies. I love horror movies, shows. American Horror Story is one of my favorite shows. Coloring it, though, is a little bit different. So I wasn't sure if I really wanted to get any of the Beauty of Horror books, but I really liked this one. So I got it, and I do have his fourth one on pre-order that's coming out this year. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and get the first and second one as well, just so I have the whole set. But I like clowns, and it kind of makes me think of the Silent Hill 3 that was based in like an amusement park. This one does. So we have that one. The next one I have is Trolls. It's Color Time. I do have, like I said, 2 kids, and they're little, so they've seen the Trolls movie, and anybody out there who have little ones most likely has seen the Trolls movie as well, and possibly the new one. So I got this one because I think it's a really cute movie, and they like to watch me color sometimes. And so I thought that this would be a cute book for them to watch me color in. I haven't, other than that one page, I haven't colored in this one because it's double-sided, but I'll probably color in it some more sometime soon. And almost all of these books I did get on Amazon. This one I did not. This one was from Walmart. This is the mythographic Aquatic by Joseph Kattenbaum. Again, I have not colored in this one yet. I really like this ballerina one. And I'm sure you know these pages in this one are also perforated. If you wanted to color and hang these, that is not something that I personally like to do. I like to leave my pictures in the books if possible. Okay, and this is Gnomes in the Neighborhood. This is the only one of these ones that I have, is I know there is Mermaids in Paradise and Fairies in Dreamland, and I do not have those ones. But these ones are super cute. I'm not sure why I have not colored in this yet, as I clearly would be able to use my alcohol markers and gel pens and really anything if you're careful. It's a really cute book. Alright, this next one is the Dr. Seuss coloring book. I have no idea what Amazon be doing with the books at their warehouses, because a lot of these books that I've received from Amazon have had markings on the covers. So this one again is a double-sided book. So I would not use alcohol markers in these. You should be able to use water-based markers if you wanted to use a marker base and then use pencil over it. Alright, this one is the Splat. So I am an 80s baby, a 90s kid. The 90s raised me, and all of these cartoons were either watched by me or one of my siblings. You know, the Rugrats, Wild Thornberries. So any of you who are 90s kids, if you want to take a trip down memory lane while coloring, this is the book for you. These pages can definitely be one-sided as long as you don't mind messing up the little quotes on the back of the page, which I don't. So I will definitely be using my alcohol markers in this book. All right, this book took me months to finally get my hands on. I seen this book for the first time on I'm not sure whose channel it was, I don't remember, but it was their complete coloring collection video, and they had this on there, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And sometime last year, somebody told me to reach out to Carolina on Facebook, on her Facebook page, and so I did, and I got an automated response. So I waited for an actual response, like it told me to, or it said that somebody would be reaching out, and I didn't hear anything. So I tried again, and that time I didn't get anything at all. So I started looking elsewhere, and I ended up looking on Etsy back in February, I think it was, and I seen it, and so I snatched it up, and now I have it. Oh, I did do a page in this one, and it's this one here. And I love that this book is spiral bound, and the pages in here are pretty thick, so you could probably use watercolor. I don't think you could use alcohol marker in this. I have not tried. I have not tried using my alcohol markers. I'm a little too chicken to test them out in here. But yeah, that's that one. Okay, my next little group here are all by Lulu Mayo, and they are the A Million coloring books. This one is the bears. I have not colored in any of these yet. I have the A Million owls, A Million unicorns, which I just got last week, A Million dogs, and A Million cats. These last three are all really recent purchases. The only one that I do not have is A Million sloths, which I will be getting, and A Million mermaids comes out the first week and a half of June, and I will be getting that one as well. Okay, this little one here is Escape to Oz by Good Vibes and Warriors. I love The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland. Those two I will buy anything of. I was going to get the Escape to Wonderland one, and I didn't. I waited and waited, and when I finally went to go buy it, again, it was gone. And I'm really sad about that, but I'm glad I was able to get the Escape to Oz. I have not colored in here yet, but I really like the size. It's little, and the pages in here are super cute. Okay, this one here is the Tokidoki coloring pad. And it opens like a book, but the pages itself open like a pad, as it states, coloring pad. These pages are really cute. I love Tokidoki. This little guy here, Adios, is my favorite character. And I do have the smaller Tokidoki coloring book. I have done pages in this. I did this one for Christmas. Did this one. This one is probably my favorite finished page in here so far. I did that one. This is the first page that I colored when I started coloring again as a hobby back in March of last year. This is my first page that I finished, obviously, because it's a hot mess. There's a couple whips in here, and I finished that one. So it has lots of glitter. Okay, this little one here, colored by number, is just something that I found at the checkout line at the supermarket when we went grocery shopping one day. Yeah, it was like $5 at the checkout stand, so I just grabbed it. Okay, this next one here is Sweet Shop. I've done one page in here. This one is very vintage, old time candy shops and soda shops, ice cream shops, and things like that. It very much reminds me of the kind of candy shop or candy store that you would see, or that they would show in Willy Wonka, the version that has Gene Wilder, which is the original. Because while I love Johnny Depp, I didn't really like his version. And this is the whip I have going. next one is a book that I love. This is Mysterious Planets by A.I. Kono. I do have one half a page in here. I believe this is a double spread, but this side is finished. There's really, really cute images in here. There is a full flip through of this book on my channel if you would like to see that. Alright, this next one is Letters to Live By. This book is not what I thought it was going to be. I didn't really have many expectations though, because I was not able to find it flip through, and Amazon did not have like a sneak peek of what was inside the book. But it was less than $5, so I just grabbed it. But I think it is something that I will color in anyway. So what this is and these pages are perforated as well. You have the letter, all the letters of the alphabet. So you would start with A, and then you would have a letter, or sorry, a word that starts with that letter, and then a quote from the Bible, and then it'll give you the book, the chapter, and the verse number as well. And so that goes for all of them. So B, you have believe, and then you have Mark chapter 9 verse 23, and you go on to C, Psalm 147:3, and so on. So if you like coloring inspirational stuff, or somebody who does like religious colorings or anything like that, this would maybe be a nice book for you. Next is Inklings 3. This is the only Inklings book I have. This is the only Tanya Bond book I have. I just recently got this, maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I don't even know how long it's been since I've had this book. This book and 5 other books I had a horrible time getting from Amazon. The order was stuck. It took 2 weeks to ship. My order had to be escalated for it to even ship out. And then it took a week to get here. Which I know they are delaying some of the orders and everything right now due to everything going on. But had their system not, for whatever reason, my order got stuck, and had that not happened, I actually would have received it in a fairly normal time frame. Then I have Spellbinding Images, a grayscale fantasy coloring book for beginners by Nikki Burnett. This is my first and only Nikki Burnett book as well. I love that this book is heavily grayscaled, because I do not have really any experience coloring grayscale. I've colored one whole page, and I wouldn't even consider it a whole page because there's no background or anything to it. So I wanted to get one of her books because I've seen colored pages, or colored images out of her grayscale books, and they are gorgeous. And I like the more heavily grayscaled ones. I think it gives it a better effect, but that's just my personal opinion. I have not colored anything in this yet. I think I said that already. Yeah, that's that one. Next, I have Storybook Darlings by Kelly Horton. This is my only Storybook Darlings. I mean, my first Kelly Horton book. I did not have any of her books prior to getting this one. This is also part of the infamous 6 books but I really like this one. I love this one. And I really like this one. I love when I see Pocahontas in any of the coloring books because you don't see her in particular very often. Or at least I haven't. I've seen her in maybe 3 books. And then I also got Little Darlings by Kelly Horton. Y'all, if you can hear any music or anything like that, I don't think you can, but just in case, I am sorry. That is my downstairs neighbor. They seem to like to party when it's time for my kids to go to sleep. But I don't really say anything because during the day my kids run amok, so. And they don't do it all night either, so. It is what it is. Then I got this one. This is Lacey Sunshine Presents the Sunshine Hobos coloring book, illustrated by Heather Valentin. I do not see a lot of people coloring her stuff. But I thought her stuff was really, I don't remember even where I seen it at, to be honest. But I think it's really cute. So I just checked out some of her books and just grabbed one to see how I would like it. These remind me of, well, yeah, they are little clowns. I love clowns. For anybody who knows what they are, the little Smile Now, Cry Later clowns. I love those. And when I was younger, my room was supposed to be that theme. So I wanted to go ahead and get this. And one of the little hobos. Where is she? Where is she? This one here, this little cutie, her name is JoJo. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and get this book. All right. Oops. The next one is Benny Blue by Christine Caron. She has, I absolutely love Benny Blue. He is adorable. How can you, oh. Just, I can't take it. This is the one that I did for Easter. It was the first grayscale picture that I did. The grass came out horrendous. He's okay. For my first page, besides the grass is just a fail, a fat fail. The picture came out okay, I would say. I think the chick is probably what came out the best, in my opinion. And then I have Benny Blue 2. I have not colored. Look at that, just so adorable. I haven't colored anything in this one yet, but I've been wanting to color another Benny Blue page, so I'll probably be doing that at some point soon. Alright, and then I have Fairies by Christine Caron. This is the only Fairies book of hers that I have. I had ordered Fairies 3 and 2. I had all of them ordered. And when Amazon started screwing up my orders for the Amazon printed books, I canceled the other 2 because they were on a different order from this one. And this one is also part of the infamous 6. But luckily it got here. Once I'm able to actually color a page and see how it comes out, how I like it, I'll probably go ahead and eventually reorder the other 2 whenever Amazon is able to get back on track with their books that they print. Okay, the next few books are all mandala books, and they are all by Amelia Angelkova. I really like her mandalas. Some of them are, here's what I did with all this glitter. Some of them are really detailed, some of them are simple. And I like that. I like that they're themed. Some of them for holidays and things like that. This is her Christmas one. Another one I did. And I did the nameplate. Most of these were done almost in all glitter gel pen, the Stardust Jelly Roll. Alright, the next one of hers I have is 50 swirly mandalas. I have not done anything in this one yet. Then I have Sun and Moon Mandala coloring book. I have done a few in here. Did that one. And that one. I think those are the only two that I did. And I have her 50 romantic mandalas and heart designs. I really like this one because they're not all circle. She does have ones that are heart shaped in here for Valentine's, which is really, really cute. Okay, then I have Gnome Life coloring book by Coloring Book Cafe. This one is super cute. Little gnomies. I have so many books that I have not colored in. So atrocious. This is Forest Land. I think this might also be, oh, this is by the Fruitful Mind LTD. Oh, it is Coloring Book Cafe. I thought it was. Okay. I haven't colored in this one either. This one has these animals that have all these little shapes and different designs and things on the inside. I personally will not color each of these little things. What I would do is color the sections as if they're not there. And I've seen other people do them in other books that are similar to these, and I think it makes it look cooler that way. That's just my opinion, but I'm definitely not going to sit here and color each of these little circles, and inside the circle I'm not doing all of that. Okay, so as I said in the beginning of this channel, this is an adult coloring book channel. So I have this one. I'm not going to show the inside. This is the cover. It is a super cute book, but if you are offended by this type of language, definitely do not get this book. Do not get this book. Alright, my next two are by Julia Speary. This one is Whimsical Wonders. I love her art. It is so cute. I haven't colored anything in this one yet. She has a variety of just everything in her books. I really like this one. I've seen this one colored by other people, and it was really, really pretty. And I have Whimsical Dreams. I have done a page in this one. I did this one for Cinco de Mayo. Alright, then I have this book. When I bought this book, it is not at all what I thought it was going to be. Dover has these coloring books that are stained glass coloring books that are, the paper is sheer. And that's what I thought this was going to be. But I was wrong, which is why I have not colored in this. So I'm thinking that either I will give this away, because I can't see myself coloring it, or just give it to my kids, because they'll color on anything. As long as they get to just sit there and put color to a page, they're happy. Alright, this is Enchanted Fairies by Josephine Wall. This is her, as far as I'm aware, this is her only coloring book. I've been a fan of her art for 9 years now, 9-10 years. One reason is because we share the same name. And the other is I love her art. She does paintings, she does puzzles, postcards, all sorts of different things, calendars. And when I actually looked on Amazon and I searched by her name and I seen that she had this coloring book, I had to get it. And there was only a few left at the time, so I definitely had to go and snatch it up. Just in case it goes out of print, I have my copy. Oh my gosh, guys. I think I just rubbed chili in my eye. Dang it. Okay, and the next one is Color My Sketchbook Bloom by Bennett Klein. He has a, well, he used to have a large collection of books on Amazon. He still has quite a few of his books on there, but there are quite a few that you can no longer get, which makes me sad, because one of the ones that I wanted of his was Characters, and the last time I checked on Amazon, it was no longer available. This is the one I did in here. There is a flip through of this book on my channel, if you want to go ahead and take a look and see the full flip through of that one. There's also a full flip through of this one. This is the official Orphan Black coloring book. I did watch this show, the entire thing, and I loved it. If you have seen this show and you liked it, this book is a must-have. They have scenes from the show in here, different pages like this, all of the characters. They have Madam S, Felix is in here, and then at the end of the coloring pages, they have photographs of the different characters and things from the show, which is nice. Okay, this one I have is, I've heard different pronunciations for this book. I've heard it pronounced Serenea, Serenia. I'm not exactly sure what the actual pronunciation is. I call it Serenaya. And I believe, oh, I do not have a flip through of the, do I? You guys, I have filmed so many flip throughs, I'm not exactly sure which ones I have flip throughs of. I want to say I do have a flip through of this. I do. I have a flip through of this on my channel if you want to see the full flip through. And then I have Back in Black. I got this specifically because it has black backgrounds, and you basically color the inside of the white lines, I believe. And I love pictures that have black backgrounds. I feel like it makes the picture pop more, but I was not feeling this book, which made me really sad because I waited kind of a while for it. I ordered this off of eBay last year sometime. Maybe I'll pick it up again, and maybe I need to try a different medium in it because I was using gel pens. So maybe I need to try colored pencil to see how that would work, because I really do want to color in it. All right, the next one is Fantasy Kingdom by Juliana Emerson. I really like this one. I haven't colored, again, anything in this book. The goal is to, this page would be great for just stickles galore, a bunch of glitter. The goal is to, at some point, at least color one page in each book by the end of the year, hopefully. As many as I have, that might not be possible, but that would be the goal. This one here is Starry Night, the first one. There are 4 of these. I believe there are 4 of these, 4 or more. And this is, I'm not gonna slaughter that person's name, sorry. I hate when people mispronounce my name or my last name, so I don't really like attempting people's names that I definitely do not know how to pronounce. These ones have a little bit of black background for the skies, which I really, really like. Then I have Butterflies by Two Hoops Coloring. I started this one. I don't know if I'll ever finish it, but this is a good book just to mess around in, maybe color. Definitely a fine liner book because the details are so tiny. But again, I guess you could do the same thing with these ones, like just color this part all one instead of coloring the little details. All right, the next one I have is The Art of Coloring, Golden Girls coloring book. I love the Golden Girls. I used to watch the Golden Girls with my mom when I was younger. I remember it coming on like TV Land or Nick at Night, and then having like Unsolved Mysteries or something come on after. And I love Sophia, she's hilarious. So when I seen this, I had to grab it. Now this does have a lot of these wallpaper type pages, but they do have like the portrait ones and stuff too. So if you wanted to color these and say you wouldn't want to color this, because I probably wouldn't color anything like this, then you could definitely use your alcohol markers on these pages with the girls on it. And this one has a full flip through as well. On the channel, then we have Super Spooky Halloween by Tabitha Barnett. She gives you, I believe, 2 copies of each page in this one. One with the black background, one without. And I love the ones with the black backgrounds. I did color one page in here. Where is it? Here it is. This is the Goddesses coloring book by Dover Coloring, illustrated by Marty Noble. There's a couple in here. This one is a disaster. And I think I tried starting the Aztec one. Yeah, I tried starting the Aztec one here. And that was disastrous too, so. All right, the next one we have is another Dover coloring book, and this one is the Titanic coloring book, illustrated by Peter F. Copeland. I was obsessed with the Titanic movie. It's still one of my favorite movies that I can watch just whenever. Eventually, I would get tired of it only because the movie is so long. It's such a long movie. Otherwise, I could just continue watching it, which I've done. This next one is a Mystery Mosaics coloring book. It is a cinema version. These numbers in here are super little. So I would definitely be using my fine liners in here. I haven't done anything in it yet because I have not swatched my Arteza fine liners that I have. And those are the ones that I want to use in here. And I want to make sure I get as close as possible to the colors. And here is the color legend on the back and some of the pictures that are in here. So you have one from Avatar, 007, you have Titanic. There is one, I believe, from Pretty Woman in here. So really well-known movies in here. Right, the next one is In Love, Romantic Grayscale Coloring Book by Rachel Mintz. These pages, or these images, are so cute. Look at that. Alright, and then I have Dreamlings 2 by Edwina McNamee. Again, there's two sets of the page, one with the white and one with the black backgrounds. And I have done one in here. Alright, this one I have is the one and only Coloring Heaven books that I have. I did get this one after watching a Mooned tutorial that Claire was doing on her channel back in October. The artist or the illustrator of this book, Tabitha Thorpe, as far as I'm aware, and I have heard that she is not a coloring book illustrator. This is the only book that she is doing. This was a special for Coloring Heaven. And as soon as I seen the flip through and the tutorial on Claire's channel, I had to have this book. It's super cute. And I'm so glad that I was able to get it. This was not part of the monthly subscription. It was a separate purchase. I am not currently subscribed. I've been wanting to, but I have been putting it off because of the issues with the shipping from overseas, with the virus and everything. I'm not sure if the subscribers in the US are getting their monthly subscriptions or not. That's something that I would have to look into, because if they are, then I will be subscribing soon, as I love their books. I like the fact that you can color both the front and back cover. And I don't know that I would color them, but the fact that it's an option is really nice. All right, my next book is Sweet Dreams Grayscale Coloring Book by Elena Lazareva. This is the first grayscale coloring book that I bought. This is the first grayscale coloring book that I attempted to color in, and it was a huge fail. So there is one attempt, and I tried to color a piece of watermelon. There was a piece of watermelon, and that did not go well either. I'm not sure if it's the paper or if I wasn't coloring it correctly. I feel like it did not come out right at all. I don't know if it's not grayscale enough for me or what was going on, but after coloring this, I was kind of steered away from wanting to order or try and color any other grayscale, but I eventually got over that because I've seen so many beautiful grayscale pictures done, and I wanted to eventually do them myself. So practice makes perfect, and I will get there. All right, and then I have Sherry Baldy, Alice and the Looking Glass coloring book. This is the only Sherry Baldy book that I have, and I did get it because it is Alice in Wonderland. Anything Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz, I will buy. Almost anything. Coloring books, yes. These are super cute. You get 2 of each image. Look at that. I just love. I love them. All right, guys, I am going to grab some more books and I will be right back. All right, I am back. Had to swap out some books and get a drink. So the next few books are Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and this is her Alice in Wonderland book. Like I said before, anything Alice in Wonderland coloring wise, I will buy. I was so excited when I heard that she was going to be bringing out an Alice themed book. A lot of people weren't too thrilled with this book because it wasn't Alice in Wonderland themed. It has her in, you know, different types of times and pictures and things like that. I love this book. I absolutely love this book. At first, the fact that it wasn't actually Alice in Wonderland themed did also throw me a little bit, but there are gorgeous images in this book, so I had to have it. Okay, her next one I have is the Jasmine Beckett Griffith coloring book, A Fantasy Art Adventure. Can y'all see these whole books? I hope so. Let me see. I don't think I have colored much in here. So I colored this one. Her mermaid with the pastel hair. Did I color anything else? No, I think that's the only one I did in this book. Alright, and I also have her mermaids coloring book. I only did one in here as well. Nope. Where is it? There it is. And I did this one for the pink mermaid, pink hair mermaid color along in April. And I also have her Halloween one. And I have done a couple in here. That was a horrible fail. Did this one. And I did, what's that? Oh, I forgot I did this little one. And I did the first, oh, the one in the front. All right. Some of these, okay, that's gonna go on that side. Some of these are a little off. My next ones I have are all Selena Fennick. They are the Fadorables. So this one is the Fadorables Cute and Creepy. Her art, oh my god. I love anything Sugar School, Day of the Dead themed. I absolutely love this. I have not seen, I have so many books, and sometimes I order so many at a time that I don't take the time to really sit down and look at some of the images. I didn't even know this one was in here. This one is gorgeous. I'm gonna have to do that one. Medusa. Her stuff is so cute. Then I have Fadorables Fantasy Tea Party. And I think this is the one that I did a page in. Maybe it wasn't this one. It was definitely this one then. And this one is Fadorables Fantasy Beasts. There it is. I did this little unicorn. And she gives you 2 sets of each page as well, I believe. And then I have Fadorables Sweet and Simple. Alright, the next 3 are all Deborah Muller. This is Gypsy Dancer. I have not always been a big Deborah Muller fan, but the more pages that I saw and the more flip throughs of her books, her art grew on me, and now I love her stuff. I only have 3. I would have more, but again, I've been having issues with getting the Amazon printed books from Amazon. So until they work out their issues, sadly, I'm a little nervous to order any. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll order a couple to see how that goes, and if it goes okay, then maybe I'll go ahead and try to start ordering more again. I also have her Nice or Naughty Pinup Girls. And I did color one in here. This one has lots of glitter too. So this, all the glitter that you see on here was all Jelly Roll Stardust gel pen. I used up a lot of my green and red on this page. And the last one I have, hers is of course a Mad Tea Party coloring book. I'm telling you guys, I am obsessed with Alice in Wonderland stuff. Okay, the next few are some life drawing coloring books. I have this one, World of Mice, stained glass, color by number. I have not colored anything in this one yet. This one is a fairly new purchase. Fairly new as in like maybe like last month, because that order that I had with those 6 books that had the issue, that is the last order that I placed for books that are Amazon printed. So any of the ones before that I did receive, and I haven't ordered any since those 6 books. So they're fairly recent, kind of not so recent, but I haven't done anyone in this either. I believe this is one of the new ones. Does this have, I would have to look to see what the on Amazon to see what the release date is, but I think this might be one of their newer ones. All right, then I have Pokemon Quest color by number. I have done a few in this one. And the last one I have is my favorite one from them, and that is the color by number Travel Mosaic. I love this one. This is the one that I've done the most in of all of my Some Life drawing books. Here's Taj Mahal. Island, Venice, this is the last one. All right, my next 2 are Nice Little Town. So I have Nice Little Town 6. I have not colored in these yet. And I have Nice Little Town 4. Alright, my next 3 books are all White Stag Misfits books. This one is the Alien book. And this is White Stag is another one that I just recently started getting into, and I blame Jackie over at Adult Coloring Book. So thank you, or Adult Coloring for UFOs. Sorry, I'm so tired. So thank you for enabling me. I have not colored in, I have not colored in any of my White Stag books yet. Oh my God, it's so shameful, you guys. But I will definitely be coloring in them. They will definitely be turned into, well, they're already aliens, but they will definitely be getting the blacked out eyes. Well, here, they've already done that for me there. And I have the nautical coloring book. so cute. I don't know what it is about their eyes, but their eyes are so cute to me. And I have the fairy coloring book. All right, my next ones are all Fabiana Atanasio books. This is the one that she illustrated for Mythographic with the enchanted castles. Again, you guys, I have not colored in this one yet. The reason I have not colored in this one is because I have quite a few books that I want to color in pencil. And my skills with colored pencils are not at all up to par for me to color it in a book like this. But I want to get the books that I want. That way I know that I have them and I don't have to worry about them going out of print or not being available at the time that I go to purchase them. And this book is so gorgeous. My favorite one in here is, let's see if I can find it because I never seem to be able to find this page. This one, of course. All right, and then I have 4 of her fairy tale coloring books. Without saying, of course, I have the Alice in Wonderland one. The 4 that I have, I did get off of the US Amazon. These are the 4 that they normally have on there. If you want any of her other ones, and you do not mind the stories in them not being in English, they are available on the Amazon UK in the Italian versions, the German versions. So if you want it just for the coloring like I do, I suggest going on there and checking them out. You do not have to have a separate login. It's the same login as your US one. The Amazon Japan makes you create a new account. The Amazon UK does not. I have ordered books off there. A couple of the books that I will be showing you were ordered off there. I did not have any issues getting my books, and I did get them February or March. So you know, Europe and all of them were experiencing, you know, they were getting hit with the virus at the time, and I still received my books. They're not super expensive on the Amazon UK either, so I would highly recommend if you want to collect all 9 of these. I will be doing so myself eventually. I have done a few in here. Let's see. I did this one. I did not like how this one came out, but hey, it's finished. And I did this one. They were both double spread pictures, or double page spreads. So that's the Alice one. Then I have Peter Pan. And if you do not have these 4, a lot of times you can catch them on sale. I got the Peter Pan one and the Alice in Wonderland both for under $5. Before, of course, taxes and shipping if you do not have Prime. I haven't colored anything in this one yet. And I have removed all of the ginormous posters that they come with. This one is The Adventures of Pinocchio. And this one I have not colored in as well. And if you wanted to, you could color the inside cover flap here. And the last one of hers that I have currently is the Snow White. And I did do one page in here. Did this one. Okay, my next two are the romantic country books. I have not colored in these yet. These books are absolutely gorgeous. And I want to, again, have my pencil game highly upped before I put any color to these books. But I wanted to make sure that I had them just in case, like I said. That way when I am ready to color them, you know, I have them. These posters are still in the backs of these books. And then I have the second tail. I do not have the third tail, which I am highly upset about, because by the time I decided that I wanted to go ahead and get the romantic country books, the third one was unavailable. Okay, so these next group of books are Disney themed. I have already stated, and I'm going to say again, this video, this channel is not at all for kids. That does not mean that us adults do not like Disney. Most of us grew up on Disney. So I'm going to show them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them, but I am going to show them since this is my full collection. This one here is the Thomas Kincaid Disney Dreams Collection coloring book. I, again, have not colored in this one. This one I absolutely will not color in until I am comfortable with how well I color with pencil. I do not want to ruin this book. I got this book for less than $8 on Amazon, and I recently looked on there, just searching, and it popped up in the list, and it's now going for $29. So I don't know if it's getting ready to go out of print, or if it's just not available because of everything going on, or what's going on with that, but I don't want to ruin this book and not be able to get another, so yeah. Alright, the next one I have is The Art of Coloring Disney Villains. I have not colored in most of these. There is one in here that I do have a finished page, and I will briefly show you that before I move on, so we don't spend too much time on the Disney books. Oh, sorry. This is the Art of Coloring Disney Princesses. Princesses on this side, actually. This one is The Art of Coloring Disney Animals. Alright, this next one is Disney Portraits. This one I did color a page in. I did the genie. I don't really like how this one came out. This is when I first got stickles for the first time, and I tried to use it on here. So there's a little bit of glittery. And this one is the Disney Princesses one. I have not colored anything in this one, so I'm not gonna really show the inside of this book. I can do a flip through if you want to, and I will just put the disclaimer on there like I do for all of, or I have been trying to do for all of my other videos. This is one of the books that I got from Amazon UK, and I did receive it fairly quick. I want to say maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half-ish. Then I have this one. It is Mickey Mouse Memories coloring book. I have colored a few in here. This one is, this one was like $6, I want to say. It did also come with stickers, and I gave those to my boys. Okay, with a little sticker book and some stickers. This book is by Bendon. If you are interested in this book, I just want you to be aware that this book does come apart very easy. So just, you know, be mindful of that. This one here is a storybook coloring book. It does have stories that you read in here, but you color the pictures. There are also, let's see, some in here where you draw in the missing, characters or the missing scene, and the line art will be grayish, and you can draw it in and then color it. This is a hardback book too. And the last Disney themed or book I have is the Color by Number from Hatchet Heroes. I have done a few in here. I did Pocahontas, Pongo and Purdy, Alice and the Cheshire Cat, and I always skip that one somehow. Hook and Peter Pan. Okay, my next group of books is going to be my Carla Magana books. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen plenty of her work. I am a Carla fanatic. I have all of her books except one. The only reason why I do not have that one is because it is architecture themed, and I am not big on coloring architecture. But I do have all of her others. This one is fairly new. She did just bring out Spooklets Volume 1. This book came out before that. I want to say this book came out in October of last year. So this one is only about 7 months oldish. I have done a couple in here. So I did this one for Carloween. Every October, if you don't already know, Kate over at Kate's Coloring Haven, and I believe a couple other ladies host a month-long color along, which is #Carloween. And you color in any of her books, and you just include the hashtag. And last year was the first year that I participated, so I did that one. I did this one this year. This was a color along with Carla that she does have on her YouTube channel that you guys should totally check out if you do not know who she is, or you've never heard her, or you know, you haven't seen her YouTube channel, you've only seen her books. She's a really great artist. She has color along, she has videos where she shows you different art supplies that she uses. She's currently working on a comic book and another coloring book as well. And aside from that, she's also on Instagram, and she does like to communicate and interact with her supporters and followers. She's really sweet. She's really, she's awesome, you guys. So if you don't know her, you should definitely check her out. All right, the next one of hers I have is We Wickeds. This is a Halloween themed book. It's not spooky Halloween, it's spooky cute. One other thing I wanted to show you, I always forget, and the back or the front of all of her books, she does a little self-illustration that is themed to match the book that, the current coloring book. So this is hers for the Fashion Circus one. This one here is her for the Halloween one, and that's her little dog, Bentley. Does she have him as a little demon dog? She does. Bentley is adorable. This is a color along that I did with her, that I followed her video of last year. Did I do this one? Yep. October 3rd, so this was for Carloween. I know there are quite a few people who have not seen her books. Did this one. So if you want to see any flip-throughs of Carla's books, definitely let me know, and I'd be more than happy to do flip-throughs of her books. And I did this one for Carloween as well. And I have Dark Garden. This one is, let's see, there she is. That one looks like it was just a regular one of her. But this one is botanical, and each, not all of them have girls, but each page that does have a girl, she's with a flower or a plant that either is poisonous or deadly or has some kind of weird name to it. And in the back of the book, she has the name of the flower or plant, as well as the scientific name for it. So if you wanted to, you could go onto Google and search for it and follow the color scheme for those plants and flowers, or you can do them whatever you want them to look like. So I have showed you that one. I did this one. That one. This one was another color along for Carloween. I think that might be the last one. For those of you who follow Victoria on Instagram, she recently did a gorgeous page, and it is this one. This is from Dark Garden by Carla Magana. Alright, the next one I have is Desert Muse. This one, here she is in the desert, social cactus. This one is inspired by her desert life in Palm Springs, California, which is where she lives. Palm Springs is in the desert. It's very hot. Yeah, so she has little desert animal. Oh, the rattlesnake. The Mojave Razzle. I just threw together. I haven't done many yet. I have only done a couple on this one. Alright, and then I have Cocktail Tropical. This one, Carla actually has two YouTube channels. She has her main one, and then she has one that is called Cat Eyes and Cacti, which is architecture and tiki themed. And so this is one of her tiki coloring books. Actually, this is her only tiki coloring book. And it's really cute. So I grabbed this one. This one is. I did this one with the dual metallic ones. Dual metallic Pentel gel pens. And I love these little retro cats that she does. I love her little cats. Alright, we have a few more here. And this one is Spooky Sweets. I recently did a halfway completed video on this book. This book is her first book that I bought. This is also the first book that she brought out. So in the back of this one, you actually get her first one. It's an illustration of her with just some art supplies and a small little paragraph about who she is and, you know, all of that. I'm not going to show you the colored ones in this book because I just did that video. So, yeah. Alright, then we have Stardust Space Lust. If you like space-themed books or aliens or stuff like that, you may really like this one. Normally, I don't like too much of that stuff, but I absolutely love Carla's artwork, and I really like this book. And I don't know if it's, I'm not sure what it is, but I have been more into like the little alien. I blame Jackie. It's Jackie. I've been more into the alien stuff and like turning my girls into aliens. It's all Jackie's fault, but it's a good thing. It's not something that that I would have done on my own or even thought of. And I quite like how some of my pages have turned out with turning them like this one. At first I did not like this page, but it grew on me and I do like it. And this is actually the one I did for Alien April 2020, which was her hashtag. And this was the first girl that I turned into an alien, and I love her. And I just turned one of the macaron girls into an alien a couple days ago. So yeah, I really like this page too. It's really cute. I think that is all of them. This one here was kind of a color along with Carla. She did hers in pink, and I wanted to do mine purple because that's my favorite color. But other than the difference in color, this was a color along. Was this a color? This was not a color along. This was a color along. All right, and then we have my favorite one of hers, which is the Macaron's sketchbook coloring book. Anytime I get a new art supply that I've never used before, I try it in this book. This book has so many, I wouldn't say so many because I don't have a ton of different types of art supplies, but it has a variety of art supplies used in here. For example, this background is metallic watercolor. This is the outside of the macaron is pastel highlighter. This is the first book I ever tried washi tape in, which was this page here. It's the first page, it's the first book that I tried my Neocolor 2s in. I have distress inks in here, my stickles in here, my gel pens, another type of watercolor paint that I have, or maybe it was this one. No, it was definitely the other one. It's the first page I did my washi tape on. This here is pastel markers. So this is definitely, this is another type of watercolor paint that I have that is not metallic. So this is, this book has definitely been loved. And I am close to being halfway completed with it. There are 50 different pages in here. She also has the actual art book that goes with this. I do have it, but it's put away. And these are the 3 pages that I want to do. And once these ones are completed, this book will be halfway done. All right, and the last one of hers I have is her newest book, which is Spooklets Volume 1. These girls in here, let's see. Oh, I didn't show you. Y'all, I'm so weird and obsessed. This is her little self-illustration for the Macarons book. She has her little cappuccino cup. See this one here. She didn't do one for this one. Really? Am I tripping out? Is it in the front? It's in the front. Okay, so this is the one for this one. The girls in this book are so... I seen somebody... I think it was Little Pickle, did this one and turned her into a mermaid. It was gorgeous. It was so pretty what she did with this page. And I would have never, she actually made the moon and the back into the mermaid fin. Here's one. I think I've done 2 in this book. And a really thick line of stickles around those clouds. And some Jelly Roll glaze on that purple and black. Or is it just, nope, it is the purple and black. And that is my last Carla book. Again, you guys, go check her out if you have not already. Okay, my next 3 are my Mystic Art Mirrors coloring books. This one is the Fairy Tale Princess one. This is the only page that I have done in here. Mainly because I kind of want to do them in pencil. Look at that one. Alice with the little rabbit. Another Alice one. That one looks extremely close to the actual doorknob from the movie. I really, really want to do these books justice. One, because these ones are not ones that I could just order off of Amazon and just go get new ones. They are not super expensive, but they're not super cheap either. And the artwork is gorgeous. It's so gorgeous that I don't want to really mess it up. I almost feel like I did mess up that Pocahontas one, but what's done is done. I also have the Mermaid and Friends coloring book. I have not colored in this one yet because these are double-sided and I cannot use my alcohol markers in these. And then I have Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Sign coloring book. And this one here is the only one that I have done. I did turn her into an alien. I have mixed feelings on this one. I wasn't too happy with how the background came out, but as a whole, I do like this one. I do really like this one. This is also a buddy color with Jackie from Adult Coloring with UFOs. And I do have, she has a PDF, half of a PDF coloring book that she just brought out last month, or was it this month? It was recently, called Into the Woods, and it is all floral and animals. And I do have that one as well. So these next ones are going to be my Hannah Lynn books. This one is the Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. And these ones, since there are so many, I'm only going to show, come on, the completed pages. Or quickly show the ones that I've completed in here. I think that, oh no, this is a whip. Then I have Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls. I don't think, oh, I have done something here. I really liked how she came out. I think that's the only one that I've done in this book, yes. This one is Victorian Darlings, and I've done 2 in here. Come on, come on. And then I did the first one. Alright, I have Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. I don't think I've done anything in this one. I have not. I haven't colored in this one yet. Then I have Steampunk Darlings, and I know I have not colored in this. Then I have Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures. I've done 2 in here. I've done the Cupid. She has some Wink of Stella on her. And I did Faye. I really like how this one came out. This one was another buddy color with Cindy. Alright, I have Tattoo Darlings. And I have 1 in here that I did. I know I did 1 in here. Then I have Whimsy Girls at Work. Oh, I did do 3 in here. I did the doctor one. Come on. Did this one. Did. Jeez. This one. Then I have her a Whimsy Girl Christmas coloring book. I have not colored in this one yet. I did just recently, well, it wasn't recent, but I got this one around Christmas time of last year, and I was ordering so many books at the time that I didn't really get a chance to color in it. But I might do something in this for Christmas in July. And I have her Enchanted Halloween. I haven't colored anything in this either. Then I have Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. And I don't think I've colored in this one. I have not colored in this one either. And then the last one of hers is the pocket edition of Enchanted Faces. I got this one mainly because I wanted to work on skin tones, but I did not want to use up all of my skin tone markers. So I opted in for the smaller version, and that is the only one I have done so far. Alright, we're getting close to the end here, guys. These next ones are all Crayola ones. This one is Crayola Art with Edge Sugar Skulls. Like I said before, I love anything Sugar Skull or Day of the Dead. So when I seen this, I had to have it. Now, a lot of these Crayola books do not have flip-throughs on YouTube. This one is Lyrics by Lennon and McCartney Coloring Songbook. Like I said, a lot of these Crayola ones do not have flip-throughs or are very hard to find. This here is a 4-page poster that you can take out and frame, and the letters spell out love. So if you would like to see full flip-throughs of any of these Crayola books specifically, I can definitely do flip-throughs of those as well. This one here is a little different. This one is Bling It On. Some of these are like this, are blank and you clearly color them. But then you have other ones that are like this, and then like this, where I'm not sure if you're supposed to just take them out and frame them or if you're supposed to color around white. I'm not entirely sure. This one here is probably, aside from the Sugar Skulls, one of my favorite Crayola book that I have. It is City Escapes, and it is based on cities around the world. Oh, San Francisco. Okay, talk about San Francisco since I'm from Cali. Each city has different things that you would find there, or things that it's famous for. So for here you have you know, the Golden Gate Bridge, you have Alcatraz, Pier 39, the little trolleys, the houses, the way, you know, because everything in San Francisco is uphill. You have Chinatown, and they have cities in the US. They have famous cities around the world. Here's Paris. I did do one in here already that I took out because these are perforated. The one I did was London. And these, there was a colored page that I took out and put in my notebook too that was already pre-colored. Alright, and the last Crayola is the Whimsical Escapes. This is a really thick book. Can you even see that? This is a really thick book. I wanted Dream Escapes. That's what I thought this was when I purchased it, but it wasn't, because I got the names confused. But I'll still color in this one. I got this one off of eBay actually, because these ones are hard to find on Amazon. Dream Escapes is almost impossible to find now. Alright, my next two are my Camilla d'Erico books. This is the pop manga coloring book, and I have only done one page in here. But since I've done a page in here already with pencil, I think I might be a little more comfortable doing another one in here in pencil. So this is the only one that I have done in any of her books, well, in either one of her books. And it is all in Prisma. the little white highlights are either white Posca or white Jelly Roll. One of the two. I'm not sure what point I did this at because I did not, oh, I did date this. August 29th of 2019. So it might be Posca pen. I'm not entirely sure. But this was all in Prisma. And I also have her Mermaids one. I do not have anything colored in this one yet. God, her stuff is so gorgeous. And I do have her her third one that is coming out in September on pre-order. All right, next we're going to do my Kirby Roseanne's books. I have not colored in any of these. This one, I found, or my husband found this one at Amazon, or not Amazon, Jesus, Walmart. I do like that these ones are single-sided. I probably wouldn't be able to use my alcohol markers anyway because these details are so tiny, but I could use fine liners if I really wanted to. Then I have Color Morphia. I'm gonna go as fast as I can. Alright, and then I have Mythomorphia. Y'all, look at my poor book. So when I ordered this from Amazon, it arrived. And it had a rough time on this trip getting to me, apparently, because this corner of the front cover was ripped almost completely off. I could have contacted Amazon and gone through the process of having a new one sent out and all of that, but their customer service, you guys, and this is not for with everybody, because some people say that they don't have problems with them, or they just never had the need to contact Amazon's customer service. But Amazon's customer service is one of the worst customer service people that I have ever had to deal with. They are very roundabout. If you have any kind of issues with your order, they blame it on your card. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I chose to just tape the corner and just keep with this copy instead of having to go through the hassle of dealing with them to get another copy out. And it didn't color. This is one of my favorite pages in this book. I have seen so many gorgeous colorings of this page, and I can't wait to do it. Okay, and then I have Phantomorphia. I haven't colored anything in here either, but these, so I do not have all of his books. All of his books, I don't like all of his books. I almost feel like somebody's gonna jump through the camera and stab me for saying that, because there are some people out there that are just obsessed with all of his books. But I got the ones that I liked, and it was Phantomorphia and Mythomorphia were those two, which is why I did get Color Morphia, because I know that that one is a combination of all of his books outside of Worlds Within Worlds. And if there were other pictures that I might like in the other ones that I wanted to color but didn't necessarily want to buy the entire book for, I would have those pictures too. And then of course, I have to have this one. You have to, because it's just so gorgeous. This is my favorite one of his. Easily. And my favorite page is this double page spread of these Russian nesting dolls. I absolutely love this. I've been wanting to color it, and I have not had the courage to actually do so. Alright, that is my last Kirby book. And we are down to the last 5 people. If you have stuck around this long, I thank you. And we are at the end. And these last books are my Hannah Carlson books. So here is Daydreams. I lied, y'all. I have a little bit more to show you. But this is Daydreams. I have not colored in any of her books yet, because I do, again, want to be better with my color pencils before I start to color in these books, because her artwork is just so gorgeous. So there is Daydreams. I also have Seasons. I have Jewelry Box. Come on. Magical Dawn. And Spirit Animals. I am missing Summer Nights, and her Midnight Masquerade is not yet available in the US. I do have it on pre-order. Of all of her books that I actually own, this is my favorite one. Of all of her books, Midnight Masquerade is my favorite one. I cannot wait to get my hands on that one, mainly because from some of the flip throughs that I have seen, a good portion of them are single-sided, and I would like to see how my alcohol workers, oh my Jesus, how my alcohol markers work in that book. So I am definitely looking forward to, I believe it's available in August in the US. This one is absolutely gorgeous too. Before I seen that she had a new book, which she's also bringing out another new book this year, you guys. And it is it's a book, and it's going to be a collection of all of her books put together, and it's going to include, I believe, 12 exclusive pictures in the new book. So even though you may have all of them, at that point I should have all of them, I will be still getting the new one for those 12 exclusive images. All right, I will be right back with a couple more things. All right, guys, so these are some little teeny tiny books that I wanted to show you that I have. These are Dover Little Activity books. They are actual stained glass coloring books. These are the ones that I thought that one book was, and it turned out to not be. So I was able to grab some of the smaller ones. I wanted to try the smaller ones out to see how I would like the pages. So I didn't want to get any of the bigger ones at first, but I actually like these, So I do plan on getting some of the bigger books. So of course I have the Alice in Wonderland book, which I did finish. There is the White Rabbit, Alice, Treasure Cat. Show you how these look. That one is the Mad Hatter and the March Hare, and Alice and the Caterpillar, and one of the Spades painting the roses red, and then Alice playing croquet, and the King and Queen of Hearts. Then I have the Dragons one. I have the Easter stained glass. This one's really cute. These are really quick, really easy to color. Not a lot of detail. When I color these, what I use is my Sharpie fine markers. This is the Unicorns one. It's the Sun, Planets, and Stars. I have done some here. Here's Saturn. Did Earth and the Sun. And some in the backs of some of these, they do have either a description or the name of the pages. And if they do, I just went and put the date that I colored them. And this one is Little Flowers. And this one also has the name of the flowers on the back and the color that they are most commonly found in, if you wanted to follow the color scheme on that. Okay, and here I have a folder where I have my PDFs that I have printed. This is from a coloring book. That is my husband's book that he gave me. Here is the London page from that Cityscapes by Crayola. That is a page that I do not like. That's from the Sugar Skulls book. This is also from the Sugar Skull book. Let's look. This is so Carla has on her Etsy shop I believe it is a 6-page collection of images that she did, that is called Desert Disco. And so I have those. And I started one. I did not like how it was coming out, so I stopped coloring it. I'm gonna have to reprint it anyway, because the printer that I used was my friend's, and her printer was having some issues. So I will be printing this again. Hopefully this time it will come out better. And then I also have her, which I have not colored yet, her 2-page PDF that she did for the Tiger King? For the Tiger King show. That's just that. So just this is this here is a page that I printed from Hannah Lynn. She last month just wrapped up a Kickstarter for an around the world coloring book that she is going to be doing and bringing out next year, the end of next year. So once that wrapped up, she gave out this free coloring page that I printed. These ones were exclusive to Patreon. And this is the Into the Wood coloring book part 1 from I'm so tired, you guys. My mind is just checked out. Mystic Art Mirrors. And she did say that she was going to be bringing a part 2 as well. Right now this is PDF only, but she did say, or yeah, I do believe she said on her Instagram that once part 2 came out, I believe that it was going to also be released as a physical coloring book, which I cannot wait, because while PDFs are nice and they are quickly accessible, I do like the physical books better. But this way I'll just have both. All right, and that is everything. I do have 3 more books that are on the way in the mail. One of them is Futuristic Worlds from Coloring Haven that I saw. Is it Coloring Haven? Yeah, Coloring Haven, that I saw on Coloring with T's channel. And 2 by Masha Vandenberg that I ordered off of Etsy, and they are coming from Amsterdam, and they should be here next Friday, or Friday, today's Saturday. They should be here Friday, so when those come in, I will probably do a video for those 3 books and show you guys those separately, because one of them that I ordered from Etsy is her newest book, Maja's Fairy Tales, and it's gorgeous. I'm sure some of you guys have seen some of the finished pages on Instagram already. But yeah, other than that, we are all finished. Thank you for sticking around in this video. Or even if you've paused the video and come back, if you've watched the entire thing, I so appreciate you guys. If you would like to see a video of my art supplies as well, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will eventually get to that video. I know this video has taken me a while to do, but again, it's because I knew it was gonna be so long. So I am tired. I'm gonna go get all my books put away, and I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, see you next time.